America, which I assume they all re-vote. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but it was somehow decided that Khan was then the MVP. I have confirmation that G-Sun also has no idea how the title. It was terrifying. I'd actually love to see the damage done to Structure's stat, because I think there's not enough health bar on most of the turrets for him to get much better than the stat that he picked up. In that regard, man on your screen right there, robbed once again more effectively, and that's going to be the Alistar paired with the Kalista, another champion that does work well in this duo. And with Fate's Call available, Tucson is going to have all the agency in the world, and Deft is so used to playing this combo. Deft was... I'll tell you a bit of a story about Deft and Kalista. When Kalista first came out, he was in the LPL, and Deft tried it a few times. He was the move-on type composition, and Chrono Shift really ruins that. We'll see whether it works in Game 2. Actually, we understand that soda is the main reason for obesity, so we move away from that problem as much as we can. That being said, that's a misguided stat for a lot of people that say that Americans are obese.
Pay attention to what is happening right here. Oh, that just missed.
Mata got pulled back, and then a blue was stolen. As top side of the map, Faker loses half of his health bar, but I think things were going okay for him outside of that. He's focusing on where this blue was going that we have, because I feel like this is good. We get a time window to let us know what's going on. As Tucson says, absolutely no to that one. Headbutt Pulp comes in, Grey Health is eaten, Fate's Call comes down as well. It follows the flash of Martyr as Teddy has absolutely no mana. Rend is expended though, and Kingzone just going to get a lot of pressure, and Clint takes a dragon. Over to you, unless it was something great by the looks of things, or at least into the back pocket of the Kingzone player is Clint. Looking to try and lock down Deft here on the bottom side. Flash immediately used as he's trying to dart out, but it's going to be First Blood, and it's going to go over to Teddy. Tucson has the Unbreakable Will, but I don't know whether it's named correctly, as he lasts a long time, but it's still a double kill for the Sivir.
That was a fantastic execution by SKT down there in the bottom. They're going to be able to get so many plates as Yorick, Julia, Aatrox, and Zillion make their way to mid lane with Shelly Rivers.
Shelly Rivers and Julia together should be able to raise this mid tier 1 turret though, and this theoretically could be a win for Kingzone. You can see up on the score screen, I mean, money-wise, it's certainly not working just yet, but after this First Blood turret comes in, and also all the map control they're going to gain, this does feel like a pretty...
Mid-laners like Azir, Victor, Orianna, etc. But first, we take a look at this replay and just watch it how they all juggle the aggro. Everyone actually took part in that trade.
We can't watch it because Teddy's flashing to try and murder a Kalista. Tucson's able to get out, but Khan's underneath the turret trying to get some steak for dinner. And he should be able to do so very easily. That Crimson Rush did repugnant amounts of damage.
And that's that. Cloud Drake was the second one that was rolled.
That's true. So another double Cloud Drake coming in for SKT is another Deft for Deft underneath this turret. Hemo Plague does come in, doesn't kill, but Sanguine Pool is there, and Khan not going to die today. The World Ender was used, but has to turn around. Abyssal Voyage towards the bottom side of the map. Martyr continuing to move forward. Dark Procession is down. Martyr is now inside the baby cage, but he's just going to eat the Yorick. The Maiden doing some work. Julia, can you save your dad? The answer is no, as Jarvan just puts him in the ground, and immediately Julia says, I'm following you.
Teleport ward location there for Faker. Not sure if he'll undertake that, or...
Waiting all the way behind. It's the first time we've seen a 5v5. Yeah, teleport is going to come in from Faker. It's going to be cleared that locks down the Infernal Drake as Rascal is just obliterated in the backline. Deft has to flash so incredibly early. World Ender is in there. Khan continuing to keep himself alive, and Tucson, he's mincemeat, bottom side of the map. This time Deft doesn't fall first, but he has to watch everybody else die, and Clid's going to be able to get that flash knock up. Deft against the world. Feels like the identity of Kingzone. It's not enough against SKT.
Yeah, and that fight was just probably going to be the straw that broke the camel's back this game, as can't imagine a world where a 10,000 gold lead at 20 minutes with an Infernal Drake and a Sport.
What this Kingzone competition is going to be able to do. Khan, once again, we'll see whether he can do the improbable against Rascal as he's still holding onto the full. It is still there, remember. As the ultimate going to be used very, very early onto Rascal. Is it going to time out before anything else as Cuz comes on in? And that's chrono shift value completely irrelevant once again. And once again, a dead deft. There is a lot of deja vu this game.
What just happened? Did he get one shot? I obviously I wanna see a replay of what just ended up happening to Deft there in the mid lane as Faker taking more damage from the top tier 2 turret than ever from a Kingzone member of this game.
Hopefully we can put the turrets on the damage graph so we can at least get a decent number. As that's the base broken, no Baron required, and all 3 turrets going down at the same time. Cliff feels like a carry at this point in time. Cuz feels like free food walking around this map. You can see that health bar not looking too big at this point in time. No inhibitors are going to fall just yet, but SKT, they're in no rush.
What ended up happening to Deft here?
It was E, Q, auto attack, dead. Oh wait, he may have pressed D.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he might have used his old slide arena.
Oh, Faker.
Yep, Fate's call going to come in, and he's got a claw. Completely fine as Rascal just throws Julia into the opponent to die.
That's the closest thing to Thanos and Gamora I've ever seen.
I know, right? This is just not what you're looking for as Clid gets knocked out of his EQ, but Faker says he's okay with it, dives right into the enemy team, still has his ultimate, still has his Zonya, still has so many options as he's keeping them busy. Martyr even going to get the Devour off now as Deft is going to die off the back end. Teddy comes forward. AoE damage aplenty here for SKT. And Rascal has no hope. Pawn's running away on the top side. Cuz running away on the bottom side. He can't do it. It's going to be Teddy picking up that kill very easily. And now Rascal, where are we going? This is what happens when you throw Julia to the wolves. And SKT should be able to follow this up with a victory. 15-0. This is a slaughtering from SKT, to quote Trinity.
Yeah. This is going to be 2 inhibitors definitely going down. And then I expect that they just make it out down through the bottom.
They're going to stagger the backs by killing Pawn here as well, who's a Zillion with a spellbook that has now given him a ghost as he looks to clear out mini wave after mini wave. He certainly will have the opportunity to do so. Run pretty fast.
And friends wanted to turn the tides on this as Faker comes over the wall. Locks up Cuz, and then Deft and Clid in the isolated one-on-one. Garvin told that Callista, you know, you like being impaled. Well, pretty good.
Yeah.
Skill shot right there.
Drop a flag on him. That'll do it. But honestly, this is SKT smacking Kingzone with their wallets.
They're just so far ahead.
Yeah, it's just ludicrous. You can see Khan gets so much health back with each of these transfusions. Extra movement speed, even flashes for no reason there as well. Just wants to throw out as many buttons as possible to show that he's doing something, and now Kingzone have to try and defend against this SKT force that looks completely unstoppable. Well, and darting around the side is going to be at least a little bit annoying with these bombs, but that's another frozen tomb to land on top of Cuz Worldender. Will mitigate that damage, but now he's not offering anything for his team. Not going to go down too soon. Just trying to play in the front line, but there's no reason to do so because the back line is getting penetrated every single time. Deft has a bomb on top of his head, but Teddy flashes forward. It's a couple of crits, and then he goes down. Chrono Shift finally is going to get utilized, but look at that. It's 1 spell, 2 autos, and he's dead in seconds. SKT will obliterate Kingzone in this game. The Nexus does not last very long. 15,000 gold the lead. GG'd SKT.
And that was, I think, the most decisive game we've seen in LCK in 2019.
There haven't been too many that have been that quick. I can actually quickly have a look at the stat for fastest game. Average game duration is 34 minutes, guys, and the shortest game was 21 minutes and 51 seconds. Damwon versus Hanwha Esports. So it's not quite at that level, but we're expecting a much closer series between Kingzone and SKT. Last time, remember, they were trading Ezreals, and it was whoever got Ezreal won the series. And it was Teddy that got 2 of them. This time around, though, they broke them in Game 1 and destroyed them in Game 2.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic performance from SKT. And they're really looking like, as the split continues, they keep getting better.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see. And that's also what